ceremony. Please listen carefully to our information regarding today's ceremony. The ceremony will be starting shortly, and we ask that all graduates and guests are in their seats and keep the aisle free. The ceremony will begin with the academic procession. We ask that you stand for the procession. During the ceremony, we hope that you join us in congratulating our graduates through cheering and applause as they walk across the stage. You may take photos, but we ask that you do not use flash photography and any phones remain on silent. Finally, at the end of the ceremony, we ask that you please remain in your seats following the academic procession. The graduates will then guide you out of the ceremony, followed by the guests in the main hall, and finally, the guests in our balcony. We ask for your patience and look to the marshals for directions. Following the ceremony, we welcome you all to the drinks reception at Market House. It is a short walk from the town hall, and marshals will be available outside to guide you there. Thank you all for joining us today, and we hope that you have a wonderful day. Congratulations, graduates.
Good morning and welcome to a cold and frosty Reading, but hopefully there's lots of warmth in this hall for a very special occasion. It's my great pleasure to welcome all of you here, and it's a great honour to basically be able to have you, your friends and your families here with us to acknowledge and celebrate all that you have achieved. Graduation is without doubt one of the most important events of the university calendar, a day when we recognise and applaud the achievements of our graduates and share with them in their success. First and foremost, we're here to acknowledge the hard work and dedication of our graduates, and it's really so wonderful to see so many of you here today. Welcome also to the employers, the partners, the parents, the children and friends who come together today to celebrate with our graduates in terms of all that they've achieved. Significant achievements are rarely made by individuals alone. but by people working together. And we acknowledge and thank all of you, this side of the room, and particularly at the back as well, for your support that you've given to them over the years that they've been studying with us. We can only imagine how relieved you all were when the results finally came through. That's a real pivotal moment in anybody's life. It also gives me great pleasure to welcome our honorary award recipients today, Dame Judith Hackett and Paul Moorish. And we're going to hear from Dame Judith and Paul later on in the programme. But before we get into the awards themselves, I would like to invite the Principal, Ashley Wheaton, to address the graduates. But before I actually ask him to come to the stage, I just wanted to acknowledge that Ashley is celebrating his 10th anniversary with us this year. And it's also my great pleasure to welcome his mother, Mrs. Wheaton, and also his brother, Harvey, who are here to celebrate with us today. I can only imagine how proud you are, and indeed should be, of Ashley. So, Ashley, over to you. Thank you.
Well, thanks very much, Amanda. First of all, just let me add my own very warm welcome to everybody here today. We're absolutely delighted to join us. Let's just start at the beginning, shall we? What an extraordinary group of people you are. Many of you have succeeded against the backdrop of some really challenging circumstances over the last few years, particularly given the global pandemic. I'm extremely humbled by your collective achievements. It's your hard work and your determination, and through that, you've all achieved something remarkable. And today, you and your families and your friends have the opportunity to celebrate and reflect on those achievements. I believe that typically in life, you only get out what you put in. And in all of your cases, you've put in an enormous amount, and you richly deserve everything that you get. My message to you today is a simple one. Look forward and consider carefully the future and the positive impact which your newly gained qualifications and skills can have on the built environment. And even more importantly, consider how you should see it through the eyes of the people who live and work and play within it. None of us should be in any doubt that more than ever, the world needs a better, safer, and critically sustainable built environment. Global citizens surely have, as a minimum, a right to expect that. As you'll be aware, of course, the challenges we face are now greater and more complex than ever. Fast-growing populations, rapid urbanization, climate change leading to the need for more resilient buildings, and a significant and urgent reduction in carbon and energy use. The emergence of smart cities, connected buildings, and the general pace of technological change. Off-site and on-site manufacturing, advanced building techniques, as well as infrastructure and transport solutions on a scale never seen before. The list goes on, and it's certainly extensive. But all of these solutions require the application of your newly acquired skills. I'd ask you all to consider the extent of your professional responsibility and to find ways to be the guardians of our substantial, our precious, and our highly intricate built environment. Whether it relates to newly constructed buildings, future builds, or those buildings being restored, preserved, or regenerated. Those which are being maintained, refurbished and updated, or simply those that are in use. We need solutions which are creative and innovative and which will serve future generations. We need you to be the professionals who understand the need for a long-term and human-centric approach to the built environment. Who are sensitive to and appreciative of the natural environment within which our buildings sit, and who add to it rather than diminishing it. And most importantly, we need you to be unerring in upholding the highest professional standards of quality. The built environment and the environment as a whole needs you more than ever. And I, for one, feel confident and more relaxed knowing that UCM graduates will continue to be at the centre of exceptional solutions for the built environment. In some respects, it should be obvious to us all that UCM's role is perhaps now more important than ever. From our humble beginnings in 1919, following the institution's foundation by Sir William Wells to meet the post-war demand for new building and construction, this remarkable institution has grown to become the largest provider of higher education to the built environment professionals. With some 4,000 students studying in around 115 countries around the world. As ever, we remain responsive and agile to the needs of industry, and we are significantly increasing our focus on environmental and sustainability programs, aiming to ensure that we are leaders in addressing the climate emergency and positioning ourselves firmly as the world's most sustainable university. Our Royal Charter set out our role very clearly, and our mission is emphasised in our 6 tenets in our core purpose: to provide education which is accessible, relevant, and cost-effective, which enables our students to enhance careers, to increase professionalism, and to contribute to a sustainable built environment. Ultimately, we are here to serve, and we continue to ensure that the impact and influence of the work is both relevant and substantive. Our job, and in fact my job, is pretty straightforward. It's to fully support our students' education ambitions, wherever they are, and at whatever level, whether they wish to go slow or fast, regardless of age or start point or background, without necessary barriers. We want to make sure that we're equipping each and every possible UCM student today with the skills to ensure the built environment of tomorrow is an exceptional and a sustainable one. At UCM, I think that's what makes us different. I firmly believe it makes us special, and I argue that it makes us better. Please be ambassadors for the work that we do as you join our 150,000 alumni from this great institution. Before I finish, I'd like to pause and take a moment, please, to thank our UCM trustees, both present and past, who all give their time voluntarily. It's with their continued support and oversight that we're able to do everything that we can. And in particular, I'd like to thank Amanda Clack for guiding us through today's proceedings. I'd also like to recognise the exceptional work done by many of these people behind me. In fact, all members of UCM staff, many of whom, of course, who are not here today. And it's their dedication and their commitment which is essential in providing such high quality programs each and every year. So please could I ask you to join me in thanking them. In closing, and most importantly, as you reflect on your achievements, please do consider that positive and necessary impact which you can have on the built and natural environment. Celebrate with your families and friends who've supported you, whilst also thanking them for that valued support and the undoubted sacrifices that they also made along the way. And make them even more proud as you develop your careers and you help to make a sustainable built environment. Thank you very much.
I would now like to invite Jane Folks, our Deputy Principal, to call forward our graduates for them to receive their awards. Thank you, Jane.
As we begin our awards today, please feel free to join us in congratulating all of our graduates by clapping and cheering their success. I call upon the Principal to present the Certificate of Higher Education Built Environment Studies Award. The following graduate has been awarded: Miriam Kapapa Clark. Principal, now we present the Bachelor of Science Building Surveying Awards. The following graduates have been awarded: Ryan Orkowski, Alan Richard Cross, Jennifer Field, James Russell Foxwell, Tracy Fry, Alan William Lee, Sarah Elizabeth Murphy, Rebecca Tyler, Thomas Michael Whitworth, Principal, next we present the Bachelor of Science Construction Management Awards. The following graduates have been awarded: Jamie Davis, Elliot Hughes, Lewis Roger Jeffrey, Peter Joachim, Phoebe Tallulah Motorshead Davies, Elliot Regan, Lucas Joseph Sheehan, Abby Jane Fletcher, Luke James Swindles, Philip Thomas. Principal, now we turn to the Bachelor of Science Quantity Surveying Awards. The following graduates have been awarded: Amy Barrett, Joshua Andrew Bates, Oliver James Chandler, Anna Elmer, Samuel James French, Anthony Philip E. Samuel George Hart, Dina Ismail, Matthew Douglas Leathers, Liam Michael Loftus, Ashley Loveridge Smithers, Amy Louise Miles, Jack Miller, Ewan Allen Morris, Anthony Ladoris, Stefanos Panayotou, Louise Ripley, Lucy Marie Rogers, Sophie Jane Shaw, Jack Albert Sullivan, Principal, next we present the Bachelor of Science Real Estate Management Awards. The following graduates have been awarded: Laura Calver, Thomas Joshua Culverwell, Sydney Downs, Helena Ellis, Sophie Nicole Holmes. Taylor Jade Hunton. Archie James Matthews. Frederick Mark McGovern. Louise Lawrence. Katie Beth Milburn. Nicole Elena Parcell. Emma Sarah Purdy. Eleanor Robinson. Jack Stancer. Elliot William Swallow. Thomas Ian Tidy. Benjamin James Tothill. George Warburton. Rebecca Amy Weaver. Samuel John Williams. Cynthia Wolfe. Callum Wyatt. Principal, now we present the Master of Business Administration, Construction and Real Estate Awards. The following graduates have been awarded. Ricardo Aziz. Simbai Eddie Kamarai Mupasi. Sean Martin Normington. Nadia Sokolova. Principal, I present those graduates who have been awarded Master of Science Building Surveying. The following graduates have been awarded. Matthew Philip Tovey Barker. Christopher David Lawson. Ria Oliver. Principal, we now turn to those graduates who have been awarded Master of Science Construction Management. The following graduates have been awarded: Grace Ellen Brazier, Richard Simon Taylor, Principal, I present the graduates who have been awarded Master of Science Quantity Surveying. The following graduates have been awarded: Eloise Rose Butler, Nicoletta Kukudi, Joshua Livermore, Sheikh Nizmuddin, Johannes Fenyoyeon Suping, Daniel Thomas, Eddie Tucker, Ezekiel Valencia, Edward Wilson, Finally, Principal, we turn to the graduates who have been awarded Master of Science Real Estate. The following graduates have been awarded: James Charles Ball, Ellen Foreman, Asaf Ramia, Rose Carter, Lydia May Esselmount Carter, Olivia Church, Matthew George Cowley, James Edward Eddy, Joss Gray, Erin Drysdale, Ethan William Hagel, Ashley Joseph, Alana Kiss, Cameron Thomas McGrath. Edward Joseph Nolan. Harry Omerod. Alicia Maria Phillips. Rebecca Emily Jane Plant. Jasmine Chillingford. Stephanie Charlotte Malin Small. Megan Charlotte Thompson. Thomas Clayton Willis. Isabella Woodhead. We warmly congratulate all those who are graduating in absentia today. Principal, it now gives me great pleasure to present to you the UCEM Honorary Degree Awards. The following individual is awarded an Honorary MBA in recognition of his tireless work to end youth homelessness, and we invite him to share some of his insights with us. Paul Morrish.
Amanda, Ashley, Jane, honoured guests, Dame Judith, and graduates, congratulations to you all. Can I begin by saying how grateful and how proud I am to receive my honorary degree. Grateful for the fact that I was even nominated, let alone considered worthy of being awarded the honour, and proud that my work at Land Aid and that of my wonderful staff team and our extraordinary supporters across the real estate industry is being recognised. For nearly 9 years now, I have had the privilege of leading the property industry charity. When I joined back in 2015, I knew little about the industry or what it did. I thought it was essentially a state agency. I'm so sorry. I rapidly realised what an extraordinary sector real estate was, working in every city and town around the UK at the heart of development and regeneration, employing hundreds of thousands of professionals across a broad range of discipline. It touches and impacts the lives of everyone in the country. And it was this realisation that underpinned my determination that Land Aid should be at the very heart of the industry's drive to deliver lasting social impact. But rather than just doing good stuff, I wanted our industry to work together to achieve something that no one company could ever do alone. I'd worked for many years in the charity and not-for-profit sector. Much of that time was spent working in youth homelessness charities. I met my wife while working at Centrepoint. And as I began to appreciate what the industry does and how it works, the more convinced I became that there was an opportunity here to link not just a couple of progressive businesses to a cause, but an entire industry. 9 years on, I am more convinced than ever that our industry can and should play a leading role in helping to end youth homelessness. Last year, 136,000 young people approached their local authority because they were homeless or at risk of homelessness. Those numbers have gone up year on year in every city and town around the UK. Not only is this a tragedy for each and every one of those individual young people, it is a tragedy for us as a society. Those are at least 136,000 young people's talents that are being squandered, and at a terrifying cost to us all. Centrepoint estimates that each young person who experiences homelessness costs or loses society a total of £28,000 each. That's nearly 8.5 billion every year. And if there is one thing I have learned, it is that homelessness is not inevitable. It can be solved. It takes time, it takes effort, and it takes determination. Today is about celebrating the extraordinary talent of a new generation of property professionals, you lot. Our industry needs you. We need you to design, develop, finance, manage, and maintain our built environment sustainably. But we need you to recognize too that just as we invest in places, so we must invest in people, and especially those who are most marginalized and most excluded. We need you to see our industry as a powerhouse for social change as well as for environmental change. No other business community is as well placed to help tackle youth homelessness as is ours. Over the last 3 years, Land Aid has helped charities across the UK provide nearly 1,000 new homes for young people facing homelessness. And we've done so with the help of precisely the companies in which you now work and in which you will launch your careers. I am so excited for you all. I'm excited for what you can achieve for yourselves professionally. I'm excited for what you can achieve for real estate, but I'm excited most by what you can achieve for the tens of thousands of young people who are not here today and who are confronting a very different December. In accepting my honorary MBA, can I take the opportunity to thank my fantastic team and our awesome board of trustees and my wife, Beth, for her inspirational and tireless help and support. And finally, can I thank you all once again for this wonderful honor. I am so chuffed. This wonderful honor, and offer my congratulations to you all. Well done.
The next individual is awarded an honorary doctorate in recognition of her services to engineering, and we'll be hearing more of her journey later in the programme. Dame Judith Hackett. Principal, this concludes the awards today.
Ladies and gentlemen, it gives me great pleasure to invite Dame Judith Hackett to address our graduates. In so doing, I wanted to give a small introduction to just some of the work that Dame Judith has been involved with. Starting as a chemical engineer by training, She's an advocate for the industry at a national and indeed international level. Throughout her career, she's also championed the importance of engineering in delivering solutions which provide undoubted benefit to society, and has been a role model, particularly for young women, and indeed myself, wanting to enter the profession and be in the profession. Has a truly illustrious career in the industry that began in Exxon Chemicals, amongst many others. She joined the Chemical Industries Association, becoming its Director General. She worked in Brussels for the European Chemical Industries Council and was appointed Chair of the Health and Safety Commission and subsequently Chair of the Health and Safety Executive. But in 2017, following the tragic events of the Grenfell fire, she was appointed the Chair of the Independent Review of Building Regulations and Fire Safety, and she now chairs the Industry Safety Steering Group to review improvements to building safety culture. And Judith, the floor is yours. Thank you very much.
Amanda, thank you. And thank you for that introduction, and thank you indeed for this honour. It is an honour and a privilege to receive this honorary doctorate award today, and to have the opportunity to be present on this day of celebration for all of you. My own journey through education and into engineering began 50 years ago. At the time, lots of people advised me against it. They told me that girls just didn't do engineering. Such was the wisdom of those days. But I was pretty determined to do my own thing, even then, at the age of 17. And I had a plan. I wanted to study chemical engineering, not because I thought I was going to spend the rest of my life in industry, but because I wanted to spend a short time in industry to learn about the practical application of science and maths, and then to pursue my real goal of becoming a science teacher. That was the plan. But as you've heard from my citation, and I'm sure some of you are aware at least of the Building Safety Act that is the product of the work that I've been so involved in for the last 6 years, my career has taken a very, very different path from that original plan. And that's because I've always been open to new ideas and new opportunities. Perhaps even more importantly, I've always chosen to do things not that just interest me, but things that I really care about and where I feel that I can make a difference. So having a plan is good, I would say essential, but be flexible and be open to new and exciting opportunities, because that matters even more. Especially at a time when the world around us is changing so rapidly, and so much more rapidly today than it was when I started out on my career. It is that ability to be flexible and to try new things that has enabled me to go from chemical engineering to becoming deeply involved in building safety in the aftermath of the Grenfell Tower tragedy. I have to say that I feel pretty envious of all of you who are graduating today as you start out on your careers, because it's an exciting time. There has never been a more exciting or more challenging time for you to be following your chosen path into estates management and the built environment. Our planet, our climate, our infrastructure, the people who will live and work in the buildings you are involved in need all of you to put your hearts and your souls into finding real solutions which will deliver benefit to all of society. and at the same time, change the culture of the whole of the industry that you are part of. I have no doubt that some of your parents and friends who are here today, who are very proud of you, are still a little bit puzzled about what it is you're actually going to do. Why did you choose this particular course, and what did you think you were going to do in terms of making a difference? Well, mums, dads, friends, these young people here today will, in their careers, play a huge part in ensuring that we never experience tragedies like Grenfell Tower again. 6 years on from when I first began my review of building regulations and fire safety, we now have the biggest challenge on our hands in changing that regulatory landscape and bringing about a change in the way we handle construction and building that is the biggest for more than a generation. But it's not just about changing the rules. It is, as I've said, about changing the culture of the whole of the industry in all of its parts. Designers, architects, constructors, and those who will manage the built environment throughout its lifespan. The culture change that we require needs people who care about safety and sustainability and the well-being of those who will live and work and use the estates under management. Much of my time over the last few years has been spent trying to drive that culture change among the existing players in building control, design, and so on. You are all entering the sector at a crucial time, and you have an enormous opportunity to make a difference. How can you do that? Well, first of all, challenge old and accepted practices. Offer your thoughts and ideas on how to do things better, ask why things are done the way they are, and do that without fear. I never dreamed of what I could achieve when I set out on my career journey 50 years ago. But I urge all of you to start out with a plan for what you want to achieve and be bold and think big. Parents and friends, give them even more encouragement to go on to better things, and be proud that you know someone who is going to change the world for the better and really make a difference. Thank you.
Wow. Thank you so much, Dame Judith, and also thank you to you, Paul, for your inspiring words to our graduates. I'm sure you're now feeling both the pressure, the excitement, and the power to go out there and really make a difference. I would also like to add my own personal congratulations to each and every one of you on your magnificent achievement. This is without question one of the most rewarding days for me as chair of the Board of Trustees, in seeing every single one of you cross this stage, as indeed I know it is for all of our academic staff here today. All of you, as Ashley said, have really demonstrated incredible perseverance in terms of the commitment that you've given to the way in which you've undertaken your studies. And of course, just an acknowledgement again that you couldn't do it without all of your supporters in terms of your friends and family. Working over weekends, probably through the holidays, and everything else that kind of goes with it. So I know it doesn't come easy, but please take a moment today. It's a very special day to bask in your success. Your studies at UCEM are part of your learning, and learning is, of course, a lifetime activity. As Dame Judith says, be agile in your approach to your careers and indeed to your learning. The most critical issues facing all of us, including energy, safety, global climate change and sustainability, you should feel proud that from today, you're part of the solution for all of the concerns that face our sector. But of course, you'll always remain part of the UCEM family and now join our extensive alumni network, as Ashley mentioned in his introduction. And the whole university congratulates and celebrates with you today. We're so proud of you and all that you've achieved. So a round of applause again, please. Do please, all of you, join us for some drinks at the Market House. That's the name to remember. And we really hope that you enjoy your day with your friends and family, whatever you do. The staff will be on hand to guide you as to where to go. But basically, from me, it's now to say a big thank you to all of you for coming. It's an absolute pleasure to have you with us, and we look forward to seeing you for drinks. Thank you all very much.